This is Kevin Min with Outside the Games. We welcome you to our show this evening. We are a show and program that highlights student athletes all over Washington, Oregon, California, and nationwide. This is just one student athlete we have here with us this evening. I want to introduce to you Ciera Ellington. Yes, she is a class of 2019. She's a senior this year, and she's a state champion. Yes, state champion, girls varsity, Benson. These ladies, boy, did they impress this year in the OSAA tournament, 6A. But yeah, Ciera, thank you so much for joining being on our program.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, nice to have you. So Ciera, we talk a little bit about family, life, and the sport, and your sport being basketball, right? For you, we start out with family, okay? And the reason why we start with family is because that's kind of the pillar. That's the foundation of what makes you who you are. What is it about family for you? How would you define family for Ciera Ellington?
My family is my biggest support system. They're there for me when I fall, when I'm up. So it just means a lot. They mean a lot to me because, I mean, they keep me on track.
Okay.
Portland is kind of small, so I feel like it's easy for you to get distracted. And then if you're an athlete, a lot of people like want to be friends with you and like boost you up and tell you how great you are. But I just feel like your family really keeps you level-headed and humble.
Kind of balances it out, right? Yeah. With you, now you have family. When you say family is important, you have a different situation for you though. Your family is, you live with your sister, older sister.
Yeah.
And your mom lives in Oklahoma City, and your dad lives in Los Angeles. So tell me the dynamic of that. And you say you got the support structure there. Tell me what it means to be living with your sister, older sister at that.
It's fun because we're different, but we're alike at the same time.
Okay.
Like, I look up to her in a lot of ways. It can be challenging sometimes because she is strict. So we butt heads a lot. But I mean, I still listen to her and respect her as she is, like my mom or something like that. But it's really fun. But I mean, it's different. And I have to remind myself that she's more than just my sister. I can't just be like go back and forth to her. But I don't know.
That's a good point that you make on that,
Yeah.
because you have to visualize that. You have to see that for what it is. And remember, she remembers what being your age used to be.
Yeah.
You know,
she always
right?
reminds me, I was your age. I bet.
Yeah, see,
Like,
I bet. I knew that was part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where the butting heads kind of sometimes happens. It's understandable. Family does that, right?
Yeah.
There's that dynamic of family. But ultimately, if you view it as being something that's going to keep you, level-headed and with boundaries and not, because there are dangers out there that can lurk and affect you. So she's looking out for you, and you see it for that way.
Yeah. She always, every time, like, when she doesn't want to let me do something and I get mad, she's like, it's not that I don't trust you, it's like the people out there. Like, people, she always like, people are crazy, like, you just don't know, and I don't have time for anything to happen to you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand where she's coming from, so.
Right.
Yeah.
We talk a little about mentorship, okay? Ciera, mentorship is really powerful because you deal with challenges and adversities throughout your life, and it's been a little short one of that, talking about high school. But as far as that goes, for you, who are your mentors and why?
Well, other than my sister and my grandparents, I would definitely say like Coach Knox. He's
Okay.
a part of my family too. Like, he's like a parent figure, like a father figure. But definitely him. I've been around him since I moved out here 6 years ago, and we've spent so much time together. I've been around his family. I've been around his nonprofit. Like, I've seen all the ins and outs of everything. And I've learned so much, not just basketball. Like, I've learned about life. I've learned about business. Like, I've learned about God. He just showed me, like, even though he's a grown man, like, he just showed me, like, I don't know, just how to be a better person. Yes.
Really well-rounded.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's nothing that, when you look at, I liken to the word transparency with an individual. He's transparent. you know what you're going to get with Coach Knox, right? So that's part of that. Do you think mentors are important for student athletes today?
I think they are because, like I was saying before, like you're gonna have like a lot of people that are gonna tell you what you want to hear, but I feel like with mentors, like they tell you what you need to hear, not like really what you want to hear. So I just feel like that's just like a good way for someone to stay on the right path.
That's
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Student athlete challenges. Boy, you could remember Ciera Ellington stepping into Benson, okay?
Yeah.
Your freshman year. Eyes had to have been wide open. Like, what am I getting myself into here? There's some fear. There's some anxiety. Who am I going to see here? Who is my friends? Peer pressure. There's just a lot of things. Take me through what that freshman year was like for Ciera Ellington and really at Benson and kind of getting involved in basketball.
Lucky, I came in with people, so like I knew like my basketball team. There's like 5 seniors, and we all played together in middle school.
Okay, that's good.
So I came in like knowing people. I already knew who my friends were gonna be. I was just scared about like getting lost because Benson is big. So I remember it was like 6 months into the year. I was still lost. I was still going.
Would Ciera end up in another wing and wondering how the heck she got there?
Yeah, I was like, okay, I don't even know. I just remember walking into the wrong class, and it's like, I don't.
Okay, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, like
class is going on. You're knocking on the door. Is this my right class? Right?
Yeah. We go by block schedule, which is like A days and B days. To this day, I still walk into the wrong class. I did it this year. Like I walked into the wrong class, and I didn't see nobody I knew. I was like, this is not it. Everybody was just looking at me. I just turned around. I just left.
I've been there.
It's
I have been there as a student athlete, yes.
Yeah.
So, with knowing that, what was it like as an athlete, though? Stepping in as an athlete, as a freshman, playing a sport you love with basketball?
I was more so excited because my 8th grade year, all we talked about was like going to Benson and winning the state championship. So, and I'm a freshman, so I'm thinking, oh, we gonna get in there first year, we're gonna win.
Right.
That was not it. It was a lot of work we had to do. So, but I mean, we were excited for it. Especially me, like I was so determined to like get there. I was getting up at like 4:30 in the morning with Coach Knox and like running hills, stairs, beaches, and then going to the gym, shooting to like from 500 to 1,000 shots all before school.
Oh, I'm not forgetting the jump rope either.
Yeah, he had us on the jump rope. No.
Yeah.
But it was just more so, it was just excitement coming into the season. But like once we actually started playing and like our first like loss in playoffs, it just kind of was tough. But
was that kind of like a reality check for you? Because I mean, you were going into it thinking, you know, as a freshman, you know, I'm with the rest of my girls, and we're really gonna do something. We're gonna set the tone. We're gonna come in with a roar, and we're gonna really surprise some people. It took some time, right?
Yeah, all 4 years. It took 4 years to finally do it. I mean, each year we got stronger and stronger, and we learned a lot, and we grew a lot too. Coach Knox says you want to grow by multiplication, not by addition. And just every year we just kept taking off, and it was just like a perfect ending for us. So
what did you learn about yourself as a player? Now, we knew as a student, you're just learning orientation, trying to learn your you know, where you're at Benson, where to go, where to find your class. But as an athlete, though, where was Ciera Ellington skill-wise?
Like freshman year?
The freshman year, yeah.
I was really.
I mean, you can be confident. I mean, you can be confident.
I mean, I was better than a lot of people my age.
Right. Okay.
I still had a lot of work to do. I don't remember. Somebody came to my game and they went up to Coach Knox and was like, "She's still shooting layups off the wrong foot." But I mean, that was something. I had a lot of work to do, but I was still like one of the top players in my league at the time.
Right.
So.
Well, the thing is, too, you learn about your weaknesses, right? They get exposed pretty quick.
Yeah.
They get exposed pretty quick, and so you kind of learn what those weaknesses are, and you improve on them.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, we get to speed up into today, or in 2019, beginning of your senior year, a lot happens. There was a big journey, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I'm sure that happened through the transition of that up to your senior year. Well, you get to your senior year. Tell me where it changed for you as a student.
I became way more mature, like with handling work and like schoolwork and
Assignments.
Yeah, assignments.
That's big, right?
Yeah.
You always get assignments, and you got to get them done, and right?
Before I would just let them pile up and just try and do everything last minute. But I feel like now, like I'm way more focused and like just working. I'm still working on my time management, but I'm getting better, way better than what I was before.
Interestingly, you say time management. That's something that the student athletes we interview all the time mention. There's that time management, and then there's procrastination, right? There's always, everybody's given the same amount of time, but it's just what you do with it, right?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. It's hard because when you come home from practice, you're tired, and then you just don't feel like doing homework, you don't feel like studying. So
you have a test the next day, or a quiz or something.
Yeah, it's always something.
Right.
It never fails.
Wow. Let's go delve into the student. We'll get to the athlete part of it as far as you as a senior, but for you as a student, where does Ciera Ellington sit in the classroom?
I'm more so like actually where do I sit?
Where do you sit in the classroom? Probably some people sit different spots, but
I'm
generally where you at?
I'm like in the front, kind of middle to the front.
Middle to the front.
Like a lot of my classes, I'm like right in the front, and then some of the classes I'm kind of like middle-ish.
Never the same seat, right? You have to choose, or do you get
I mean, you can sit anywhere you want to, but I sit in the same spot every day.
There you go.
But
do you think it's helped you to sit in the front or close to the front?
I think so because I mean it helps me pay attention better. I don't know. I like being like just right up close. If I have a question, the teacher can see me easily. I don't know.
There you go.
I just never sat in the back. Like I just never did that. I don't know.
Right. With you, we talk a little bit about how qualities in, say, a teacher, okay, and how they compare with the qualities of a student. Let's take the teacher side of things. What qualities do you think a teacher has to have for a student to be successful, a student athlete to be successful?
Patience.
It's a big one.
Yeah. You want me to explain?
Yeah, let me know. Break it down to us.
Let's see. I don't know. I say patience because, like, again, like we have really busy schedules, especially if you're coming from like a program like Benson. Sometimes we're not always going to turn stuff in like right on time, or I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know how to explain it, but
well, patience is a word that basically it tells you how they have to be with you. Knowing that you're a student athlete, right? So they have to, apply some kind of patience with that.
Just being understanding.
Okay, there it is. There's another word.
Like you just understand that, like, okay, like we're tired, we're beat up, like maybe we lost the night before. Like, you just never know sometimes. I just feel like with student athletes, like I feel like some teachers don't really get how much work we actually do put in. Like. If you're coming from a program like Benson, we don't have easy practices, and like we actually we really care about like what we're trying to do.
Right.
So like it takes a toll on us. So.
Does a teacher also have to be engaged? They have to be engaged in what they do, right?
Yeah.
And how they teach, right?
Yeah, like I really like teachers that are really talkative, like that are able to connect like real world stuff with their teaching too. So.
No, that's good. Now let's take the student. What kind of qualities does a student athlete have to make a teacher successful in that classroom?
To be successful or
to be successful, yeah.
So I always preach this, like be respectful. Like you have to be respectful to every single one of your teachers. Like that's what's like.
Did you have to learn that? Did that just something that Ciera was easy for you to do, or or did this something you had to get better at?
Well, I was raised on respect.
There you
and
go.
I grew up in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
And down there, like, respect is everything. Especially, like, your teachers are an extension of your parents. So, like, you greet your teachers like, yes, ma'am, no, sir, may I. And I just, like, when I moved out here, I carried that with me. So, like, respect, that's always been, like, my thing. I've never had to learn it. I don't, especially elders. I don't disrespect elders. I know my grandma would.
Something, a projectile object would probably come from the other side,
Yeah, like,
right?
let me get a call home and they saying I'm out here being disrespectful. Oh, I would get in so much
grandmother would
trouble.
let you
I
know.
wouldn't even want to go home after that.
No, you're not coming home.
Yeah, no. But yeah, just respect, and just even just like after school or between passing periods, stop by and say hello to your teacher. Like, they love that. They really do. Like, you just taking time out of your day to go speak to them, ask them how they're doing, how's their day going. Like, they really love that. And
It's really what it boils down to. They're people too.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
they're teachers, and they have a profession, but
Yeah.
they kind of like you, right? You're a student, athlete. You work hard in the classroom, you work hard on the court, but you're a person too.
Yeah. And teachers are actually, they're pretty cool. Like, I can't say what you want, but I like my teachers.
So once you break the ice,
Yeah.
right, you get to know them. You find some interesting things about
yeah.
the teachers.
Yeah, I like my teachers.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Favorite class Ciera Ellington loves to be in?
Oh, I really love, I have two. I have film and lit
Okay.
and econ. Those are my two favorites.
Why? Tell me about them. We'll take film and lit.
Okay. I really love writing.
Okay.
And I like that we get to what my teacher did, he basically like took like real world problems like stereotypes, biases, all type of like slurs, all that stuff, and like how do I say this, like based his class around it. So like
made that part of it. Right?
Yeah, so every movie we watched, like it was like how do I say this, like it made us think about stuff, and it made us talk about situations that need to be talked about.
Okay.
So I really like that, and was able to I really like writing stuff on.
You like to put stuff on paper. You're very expressive that way. Some student athletes are that way. They love to write, and they love to express themselves.
Yeah, I'm better at writing than talking. That's why I keep
okay.
stuttering.
No, you're all right.
I'm like a shy person.
No,
so.
you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
This is good for you. Though.
Yeah.
Take the other class though.
Econ, she just makes it fun. I thought it was going to be so boring, but
I mean, just the subject itself. I'm not lying. So this is the subject itself. Econ. I'm thinking, wow.
Yeah.
But it depends on how it's being taught.
Yeah, she's super sweet. I think I really like her as a person more than the subject. She just I don't know. She's just a really nice person and like a really nice teacher, and you could tell that she actually cares. So that just motivates me to like pay attention more and like really be involved in like the activities and stuff like that.
Now let's take you as an athlete. Your senior year, what did you see change about your way you played and how you were on the court?
My confidence. That was something that like I struggled with since forever, not just on the court, but like just all the way, like all around.
Right.
I just decided to like go play. Like, I had this saying like, nobody's going to believe you until you show them. Nobody's going to believe that you're a good player until you go play. Coaches, like college coaches, they're not going to know if you're a good player. Just because your parents know you're good, you know you're good, your high school AAU coach, they know you're good. But like when you go to these tournaments, you got to prove it. Yeah, you can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm good, but nobody knows it. Like you have to go put on a show, I guess.
Right.
But
you figured out that how you needed to do that, right? It's kind of would you say there's a switch that you turn on and turn off, kind of, sort of? That your game, the way it improves, or you prove yourself to people that hey, I can play this game. I'm good at it.
Yeah, I didn't know I had a switch till this year, and it just came on and stayed on.
Okay.
Yeah, my game was really inconsistent. I guess that's what like a lot of coaches said, like it was inconsistent. Like I would have really good
Ups and
games,
downs.
Bad games, good. Like it was just like you just never knew. But this year was like I was really consistent, and it was all about confidence and like self-esteem, stuff like that.
Tell me, was it difficult to handle the load of being a student your senior year and kind of the grind, as it were, being in a season that you were in of eventually winning the state title? I mean, could you kind of reflect back a little bit as how you had to balance being a student in the books and then also try to play ball?
This year, senior year, I don't know. It was different for me. Like, I was way more focused in like both aspects.
Right.
So it wasn't really hard for me this year. Like, I don't know what happened. It's just like everything just kind of was just falling in place. Like, schoolwork was going really, it still is. It was going really good, but it wasn't that hard. I feel like this was like my easiest year, being able to balance both.
Yeah. Tell me one thing during your senior season that was a challenge for you in playing basketball.
Staying hungry, I guess. I mean, it wasn't
Not becoming complacent?
like, just always knowing that, like, how do I say this? Like, it's not over until you're in the championship game, basically. Like, just staying hungry. Like,
You still have to fight.
yeah. Like, it's like really no games off. Like, the PIL, it wasn't that hard for us. We went 16-0. We were beating people by like 38 plus. I guess that was our average. I don't know. I don't remember what it was.
Right. It's a blur.
Yeah, but you just can't take your foot off the gas. Like, you have to keep pushing. And that was my whole thing, basically. Like, just gotta
You had to keep fighting, pushing, working, never become complacent. Because, don't get me wrong, there are times as a student athlete, the mind wanders a little bit in class, okay, that it can happen. But then you look at it also too as an athlete, sometimes you feel like, okay, let me rest here.
Yeah.
But my understanding about Benson practice is there's really not a lot of time to rest.
No,
There's
it's
really
not at all. Like, he constantly reminded us, like, we can't be okay with just being good. Like, you want to be great. When we get to state, we're not just going to have any rollover teams. Like, that's just not going to happen.
They're coming at you.
Yeah, like he told us that we're not the hunter anymore. We're not going after people. People know about us. People know Benson now. So
You're being hunted.
We're the hunted. So we have a target on our back. So when we play people, we're going to get their best games. When we play people in the PIL, that's like their championship game for us, for them. So it's like we got to stay with it.
Yeah. Now, if you found it that, Ciera, talking seriously about something, is that if you found it that you remember what it was to be a freshman and you remember the things you had to navigate through, tell me if you saw a person that was having a struggle with something, maybe in school that you felt that they were struggling in. What do you think the most important thing for that person to do is? You don't know what it is, but you know that they're struggling with something.
Not that long ago, somebody said something. I was at this panel and these women were speaking, and one of them was like, "We find purpose in our pain," and I don't know, like that, like really spoke to me. Right. So, although like you're going through something and it may feel like you're at a roadblock, you're at a wall, you don't know what to do, you're about to give up, like just keep going. Like, you have to just knock down every obstacle. Because at the end of the day, like, once you keep going, things start to open up. 100 doors may close, but you never know which one's going to open.
That's
the
true.
ones that do close, that wasn't your pathway. So, yeah, just keep fighting.
Seems to be your motto.
Yeah.
To keep fighting.
Yeah.
State champions. How does that sound? Especially all the work that you all put in.
Yeah.
How does that sound, being state champions?
Oh my God, we finally did it, because y'all, you just don't understand how many people have came up to me like, y'all gonna win it? Y'all gotta win it. This is the last year. Are you gonna win it? You better take it.
Seniors.
And just like, yeah, we've wanted this so bad, and we finally.
I mean, let's reflect back, and we've talked a little bit about this with Coach Eric Knox. The previous year, you beat Beaverton. Last second shot. Then you face the Southbridge team. What do you do this year? Same thing. You face a Southbridge team that beat you last year, but this year you have another shot at them. What was that? I mean, was it a thing of where you were looking at who you're playing next, or were you worried, or was it a thing where Coach Knox was teaching you all to just focus on yourselves?
Yeah.
Take care of what you need to do.
Yeah, it was never we're playing Southridge in the championship game.
Right.
Because it's always been Benson and Southridge. Oh my God. Like every time we would talk to like reporters and stuff like that, they would always ask about Southridge. And he was like, stop feeding into that. Like, we're not worried about them. They're not next on our schedule. We can't just overlook everybody else because you don't know if you're even going to beat them.
And remember, you're the hunted.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
yeah. So I guess we just knew. I don't even know. It was so weird. Like we were just ready. Like,
you were focused. I think, if I remember, I was covering that game, and even the game, I believe, versus Sheldon was a hard-fought game this year to get to the championship game. Sheldon was no joke.
No,
they were throwing everything at you.
Yeah,
they led it a couple times, and you all had to dig deep to take care of that Sheldon team.
Yeah, fatigue definitely set in that game. Like I remember, I remember one play. I think we were on defense or something, and I like felt fatigue just go over my body. I was so hot. I just wanted to sit down. I knew I wasn't coming out. I just was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
My person got by me like twice. Like I was like, please God, let us win this.
Right.
I need to sit down.
Can the clock hurry up a little bit?
Can he call a timeout? Can I get a something?
Right.
That was probably like the hardest game that we played in the playoffs. They were a really good team.
It kind of fine-tuned you up for the title game versus Southridge. Of course, everybody talking about that game.
Yeah.
But what did you feel that you as a team and the seniors, you had to provide some type of leadership for your team? Tell me what it was for you to do that. What did it take to kind of provide that leadership to deal with the Southridge team that you faced last year, but now it's hey, you're seniors now. This is it.
That's basically what it was. Just like, this is it. Like, there's no, oh, we got them next year. There's no this. It was now or never.
Leave
like
it all out.
Like literally, like this is it. Like, we just made sure that we didn't play into the crowd. We didn't play into the media, the hype of it. We didn't play to Cameron being a D1 player and being top whatever she is. Like, we just played Benson basketball.
Right, as a team.
As a team, definitely.
As a team. What have you learned about your coaches? And we'll take Coach Knox. What is the most that you could say that you've learned about him coaching you? One thing that stands out.
He doesn't. It's not all about basketball for him. Like we're not just players to him. Like he cares about us each individually. Like he says, like, basketball is only a small piece of your life. Like he's preparing us for life. Like he takes life lessons and mixes it in with basketball.
Interesting.
And that's every single, like, that's everybody on the coaching staff. Like, we're not just players to them. They actually care about how we're doing, home, school. He's came to my school and checked my grades before texting me, you better get them up before I tell your grandma. I'm giving you this many days to get them up.
Why you gotta go to grandma?
Like, don't go to granny.
Why do you gotta get her involved? Like, she's in Oklahoma City, right?
No, my granny's here.
She's granny here.
Yeah,
okay.
my granny and Papa live here too. But yeah, they don't play.
They don't play,
which is nice.
Were there times that the coaches helped you with something? Maybe they saw you doing something during the game, and they kind of pulled you aside and said, "Try this." Do you remember a time when it was kind of like that?
They yell. So
yeah, like if you're not doing something, they're gonna let you know.
Yeah,
100%.
Coach not.
Ooh, oh yeah,
Coach not.
You're not blocking out.
Yeah.
You're not going for a rebound.
Yeah, like you do something wrong. He's big on details, so you do something small, he gonna get on it quick.
Okay.
But yeah, they correct us all the time. It's been so many times I can't even.
There's not one. There's just a bunch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the buzzer sounds. The game is over, and you're holding a state title and a trophy. What does that mean to you to be part of history for Benson, for the lady, and they call you texters, right? For the ladies basketball team, what does that mean for you to have a trophy in that lineage of trophies? Benson has been a powerhouse in the past, and but what does that mean for you to kind of know that you have your name etched on that trophy? And your teammates.
I said this in another interview, but it's like not even about just being a state champion or just winning it. It was like so like the whole season we had these little girls come to like almost every one of our games.
Wow.
Like every single one of them. And Benson's a mostly black team. We had like one player that wasn't black, but
Sure.
So we had these little girls, and they all black and brown mostly, and they would be at every game. And I just would say, like, it's for them, like it's for the girls that look like us in Portland. Like, you can go to a school that's not outside the PIL. I mean, you can go to a school in the PIL and be great. Like,
Right.
you can do the seemingly impossible. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. In Portland, you don't see a lot of people, black and brown, that are doing something big and doing something like huge for the community, and doing it the right way, and like being young and doing it. You don't see that a lot. So I personally feel like we all feel like
You were doing something for those little girls.
Yeah,
from that standpoint.
Yeah,
doing
like,
it the right way.
Yeah, whatever they put their mind to, they can do it. And I just feel like that was our whole thing this season. We wanted to be good role models for them. Yeah.
Are you gonna miss a lot about Benson? You're gonna miss Benson a lot when it comes down to practices? Because let's be clear here. I'm here with Ciera Ellington. She's a class of 2019. She is, of course, the position you play is a guard, right?
Yeah.
You got you a guard. But state champion, and she is signed to Loyola Marymount in California.
Yes.
So you're now leaving Benson, that state title. You've completed something there. Now you're going to college. Tell me what that kind of resonates with you as to where does Ciera go now from here? How do you handle college? Do you think?
I don't even know. Honestly,
it's all new to you.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that like a lot recently. Like, what am I gonna do? I just know that I'm ready. I feel like I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm ready for it.
You're ready for the challenge.
Yeah, like I have a lot of goals like going into it. I remember at the beginning of this season, I was like, I'm gonna get player of the year for my league, and I'm going to get it for state. I ended up doing both.
There you go.
So I was like, okay, I'm going into college. Nobody knows me. Starting over. I want to get newcomer of the year for my league, or for my conference. So that's one of them. I want to put my name out there. I want to be bigger than, just being Oregon known. So I was like,
is that kind of hard for a student athlete though? They leave a program that they flourished in, and then now they have to start new again. It's almost kind of like, I got to start to the finish. I'm at the starting blocks again, and I got to go through this different race, as it were, and I have to get to know, the coach, but you're learning the system, you're learning how things are. It's kind of a little bit different. Coach Knox is not there after you with the jump rope and waking up at 4:30 doing drills and hills and all this other stuff, but it's a little different now.
Yeah, in a way, I really love it because it's just all a part of the grind. Like, at the end of the day, like, I know where I want to go in life, and this is just like a little stepping stone.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm going to hit roadblocks, but I'm going to be
Well, I'll tell you, check out Ciera Ellington. She's ready. She's going to the next level of, college basketball. That's going to be something fun to experience. And going to California too, so a little more sun.
Yeah.
A little more sun.
I'm so excited.
A little more sun. So do check her out, though. It's been a pleasure to have you on our show.
Thank you.
It's been wonderful to get to know you as a student athlete and get to know you, deeper than just as an athlete. You're a person, and that's one thing that again here at Outside the Games we highlight the student athlete, but they're the player and the person both. It's not one without the other. Of course, we cover nationwide, Washington, Oregon, California. And this is just one example of a student athlete here that's, done a lot from her freshman year up to her senior year. But I tell you, this isn't the end of the interview. I have this thing called the Quick Blitz. We get to know you a little bit more personally. Okay. We start out with this. Favorite food. What is your favorite food? What does Ciera like?
French fries.
French fries is your favorite food?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Be clear with me. Who makes the better fries?
Oh, okay. Restaurant, I would definitely say Red Robin.
Okay.
Fast food, McDonald's. Period.
End of story.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite dessert? What does Ciera dig into on a dessert?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
That is the best.
Now, is cheesecake naked? There's nothing on it. It's cold. Or do you want berries or something on it?
I like regular cheesecake, and then I like strawberry cheesecake. I don't like
Somehow, I think Ciera Ellington goes to Cheesecake Factory.
I only been like once. Oddly.
How in the world? Where are you getting your cheesecake from?
The store, family makes it. I don't know.
Okay. So yeah, Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, she wants to visit again. I'm sure.
And pumpkin pie.
And pumpkin pie. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can eat a whole pumpkin pie by myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
No joke. With whipped cream.
No, just regular.
Just regular.
Just straight.
Cold or hot?
Cold.
There you go. All right. Favorite musical artist right now you're listening to? Ooh. There's a lot of them. Don't get me wrong. I get this from the student athletes. They're like, really one? But one that you're listening to right now.
One? Ah, dang. Okay, my all-time favorite is Frank Ocean.
Okay. There we go.
Can I give you like 4?
You give me 4.
Okay. Frank Ocean.
Yes.
Solange.
Okay.
Brent Faiyaz.
Okay.
Party Next Door.
Sums it up right there. That's great.
Yep.
Favorite sneaker to wear on the court?
Ooh. I'm going to go with Kobe's.
Ooh, okay.
Or LeBron's. But I'm going to say Kobe's.
Say Kobe's.
Kobe's, yeah.
Okay. Favorite sneaker to wear if you're just lounging?
Lounging? Easy.
She's got them on.
Yeah.
She's got them on. This hasn't been the only time I've shown somebody who's wearing shoes. We had a student athlete, female student athlete. She was like, "Oh, I like my Air Force Ones." Mm-hmm. So it was that or Nike Air Maxes that comes in too, but the Yeezys. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
What do you prefer to wear? Are you a headphones person, like Beats headphones, or are you like earphones?
AirPods.
There it is. Earphones, AirPods. Called it.
Yeah.
That speaks on another thing. Apple or Android, and why?
Apple.
You never had an Android phone. Has Ciera ever had an Android phone? Or you probably knew somebody that had an Android phone?
I had one like a long time ago, long time ago.
It's in the past. She can't even remember.
I don't even talk about them days.
Right?
Like,
what is it about the Apple phone you like?
The camera is better. You got Siri.
Okay. Emojis.
Emojis. Like, it's just Apple Music. It's just better.
Yeah.
Who want Android? Ew. Do you have Android?
No, I have Apple.
That's good.
I have Apple. Apple
good.
Products is the way to go.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. If you had to travel to a destination spot, a favorite destination spot that Ciera Ellington would love to travel to, where would it be?
Ooh, okay. Probably Jamaica.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
I like that. You've ever been? Never been.
But I want to go.
But you want to go. Mm-hmm. Well, I think that may happen sometime soon.
Yeah.
That may happen. What was the last movie you saw? In the theater.
Us.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Good film.
Yeah.
I heard it was a good film.
It was really good. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it yet.
You should go
I need to go see that.
You got to go see that.
Yeah. Scary?
It's like, I'm not even gonna lie. It was kind of scary. I'm scary. I don't like. So it was kind of
horror films for you are really scary.
Yeah, I was kind of like checking behind my door, sleeping with the light on, But it's okay.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy, gory type, but I like it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Get serious on a couple things here. Now, if you were running late somewhere, Ciera, and you had to let the coach know or somebody know that you're running late, would you call or text, and why?
text.
Yeah.
I would text because I never thought about it. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah. The student athletes like this question because it's something for them to think about. There's different scenarios, right, in which you would text and call.
Yeah.
Well, what would you prefer to do?
Text, because I don't know. I don't like confrontation.
Okay.
So it's easier for me to be able to like text.
Send a text out
instead of talking.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. If you had to decide on what kind of car or SUV Ciera Ellington would be driving, any car, any SUV, what kind would you drive? You got to pick. It's a big decision.
A G-Wagon.
Okay,
black.
Mercedes, all right. Tinted, black, everything.
All black, everything. Black rims, black
All right.
interior.
There we go.
Yeah.
Are your teammates coming out of that with you?
I mean, I ain't sure. Yeah, they can get
Yeah,
in.
they can get in if they
Yeah.
want to. Hey, right, take them somewhere. When you buy the Mercedes. No. So, this question here with regards to if you had to change one thing in the world, say there was a way for you to change one thing in the world or have an impact in the world today on something, what would that one thing be?
Oh, dang. Shoot. If I could have an impact in the world,
On something that you could change and make a difference in.
I would, this is a hard one, okay.
What would you want to make a difference in? Well, if you saw something that wasn't right and you wanted to change it.
I would definitely help underserved communities. That's something I actually want to do, like when I'm older. I don't know, when you go into those communities, I mean, you see that they're filled with Black and brown people.
Right.
And a lot of people like look down on them and they kind of blame them for everything, but it's like, what help are they getting, really? And like when you go into these communities as well, like you see on every corner, it's like liquor store after liquor store after liquor store. And like, how about we put health food stores there so they can eat better? Because I'm about to start rambling. I'm sorry.
No, that's what you care about. That's your passion.
Yeah,
that's important.
But yeah, I would help those.
Here's the thing. This is why I bring this up, because stronger student athletes make stronger communities. We believe in that, and that's just a great example of that. That's what happens. So, one last question. Okay, this is a hard one, but you're a senior and I know you can handle it. What would you prefer? Okay, would you prefer, say, Red Robin stops bringing out those bottomless fries, or would you rather be on Outside the Games? Which would you prefer?
Outside the game.
There you go. That's right. She's got it. She knows. Sorry, Red Robin, if you're not bringing out the fries and they're bottomless, right? They need to keep coming.
Yeah.
If they don't keep coming, that's a problem. But she likes Outside the Games. That's what it's about.
Yep.
Well, this has been Kevin Menton with Outside the Games. This has been Ciera Ellington. Yes. Class of 2019 senior at Benson.
Yep.
And she's moving on. She is signed and she's ready to go to her next level. That in college with Loyola Marymount in playing college basketball. Well, we appreciate you being on our show very much. We thank you for getting to know you and especially knowing what you like and don't like. But thank you for watching. Again, this is Kevin Menton with Outside the Game, Ciera Ellington. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.